Okay then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Diablo 4 where we have got some interesting information for you guys. Loads of stuff to cover today, including the latest patch which has just dropped, a load of things that you really need to watch out for because they're going real wrong right now, and a pre-warning for unauthorized game modifying software. This is some interesting stuff indeed. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, check out today's sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but there is so many for you guys to choose from. The link is down in the description. If you want a cheeky discount, utilize code CLOUD. It's that simple. With that being said, let's dive on into today's video. So starting off, we have a post here from Adam Fletcher saying patch 1.1.0c with some small updates will be pushed out to all platforms. Patch notes, this page has been updated. So when we go into here, what can we see? We can see that there is a load of stuff that has been fixed, but nothing that people are going to get overly ambitiously craven about. This isn't something that everyone's going to get excited for, but they fixed an issue where several focus offhand items could only have an aspect imprinted on them once. They also fixed an issue where combining the Dark Dance and punishing speed malignant powers could cause the player to stun themselves. Brilliant idea, that one. They fixed an issue where the Grim Reward Season Journey objective could be repeated by dropping and picking up the same stash. Fixed an issue where the Werebear and Werewolf fur color was too bright in certain situations, and they also fixed an issue where the movement on specific controllers were often not functioning correctly. Now they've updated the activation of the Premium Battle Pass that will pop up this default, so that the button on the controller will first highlight on the battle pass, which is quite good. This is something that they did address beforehand, so it's good to see. Fixed multiple instances where players were encountering crashes and further stability improvements. They also fixed an interaction with the Agitated Wind's Malignant Heart power, which led to automatic Cyclone armor stat casts to ignore its own cooldown. I love that. I love that. Didn't need to fix it, it's fine. Acquiring or reallocating seasonal blessings will now clear the vendor buyback inventory. So overall, nothing too exciting, but some nice little fixes, I guess. We have got 1.1.1 that's going to be coming to tomorrow, and we do obviously have the announcements via the campfire chat. So while we're talking about that, what we do have right here is the Donkey King states. You guys going to explain why you level gated parts of the battle pass, or why you guys increased the teleport time? Adam Fletcher responds with yes to the teleport time, and level gated Smolder and Ashes so people couldn't just buy tiers and use the ash to unlock XP blessings, which would lead to a disadvantage for those who didn't. Okie dokie, I think that people will have this one in two frames of mind. For me personally, it doesn't faze me too much. I know that obviously it does put you at a bit of a disadvantage based on obviously how much money you have, and it does classify, I guess, as a pay to win, but I don't know why people should be kind of like restricted to that area. I know a lot of you guys, based on the comments on this one, do agree with it and think that it was a very good reason as to why you couldn't just allocate them, but I feel like some of them do come a little bit too late in the game for me personally. It would be nice just to see at least some more accessible ones for you guys to get in the earlier levels, but neither here nor there. That's always good to know. But what should you do now? There is a massive warning. This side quest option will freeze your game. Obviously, why wouldn't it? Now, the monsters of Diablo 4 are certainly dangerous, but now it seems that the one quest giving NPCs have taken the deadliest crown. Crest NPC that starts the Tangled Memories quest and it follows up can destroy the player more definitively than any other monster in Sanctuary. Well, unless you're playing on hardcore, that is. If you try to talk to him, there's one dialogue option that's, well, as it clearly states, missing a menu label. Seems like a small error as the text isn't showing up right. Well, as it turns out, if you click it, your game will freeze, and many players are reporting this happening as the game will seem to be fine with animations running and etc, but you will no longer be able to control your character at all, requiring an abrupt Alt F4 or console equivalent exit. That's just freaking riveting. Absolutely amazing. So just be careful when you go into that. And if anything does say menu label on it and stuff, and it looks like a bit of coding, maybe stay a little bit further away from it than actually clicking on it. It may not be working the way it is intended. Anywho, next up we have got a post here from Adam Fletcher, aka Pez Radar, that has some very interesting news, and one that I'm a little bit disappointed about, but nonetheless we will take a dive into it. He states right here, notice regarding unauthorized game modifying software in Diablo 4. We are committed to keeping the world of Sanctuary a safe and fair place for all players, and our game security team consistently monitors for cheats and unauthorized modifications. All Diablo 4 players agree to the Blizzard EULA as a condition of playing the game. The Blizzard EULA explicitly prohibits cheating, bots, hacks, and any other unauthorized software which automates, modifies, or otherwise interferes with the game. This is important to players' security as well as the game long-term integrity. With that in mind, we want to make it clear that Turbo HUD 4, like any game modifying software, is prohibited from the use in Diablo 4. Players who still insist to install this kind of software will put their accounts at risk for disciplinary action, which can include permanent suspension. Thank you to our players for helping to keep the Sanctuary fair for all. So there we have it, permanent bans for the unauthorized modifying of the game could be getting rolled out, so please do be careful if you are using any of these. I probably wouldn't recommend it, as the likelihood is you may not be able to play Diablo 4 again. So we'll have to see how that one pans out and if there's any more notices on that. But as you can see, there's not really much communication from it because only 9,000 people have watched it, which is why we thought that we'd push it into this video, because it doesn't seem like the communication through the Blizzard website is actually enough to be able to push that one out. So make sure that you are very, very careful, or else you will get permanently banned. Now, we saw a post right here that I quite like the look of. I'm a little bit unsure about it, but it had some very funny comments on it all the same. Now, it says here, the type of items I want to see in D4. Angelic, rare, and demonic. Now, the angelic stackable class affixes, and you can see right here, it is a very, very nice outlook. It looks pretty damn cool indeed. And the ancestral legendary gloves on this one have some decent rankings. But when we move over to the rare ones, the ancestral rare gloves, you can also see that the movement on this is really good as well. This one looks like an overall same sort of concept with the main movements, but the demonic ones right here have a 3x affix, which is an ancestral magic gloves, 410, 30 plus attack speed, and 9 ranks of chain lightning. It's extremely interesting to see that that's what the community kind of want. There are some really hilarious comments to this one though, just like this one here. What the F are you talking about? This is a terrible idea. Real D4 players don't want fun and cool affixes. We want a +5 damage while stood next to a goat while rubbing your head and patting your belly. And somebody else responds stating, it seems pretty OP to me unless it only applies under a full moon. I think that that's absolutely cracking, but I think he is onto a point right here. I think to make it a little bit more fun, we need to be able to have that stackable affix, and the main movement for it should be just altered a little bit. I know that Diablo has its main structure and something that it's always stuck down, but I feel like sometimes times do change, and I feel like the loot movement for it is a little bit lapsing, to say the least. That's just my opinion, but I am still enjoying the game, and I'm grinding out like no end at the moment on my rogue. I'm having a load of fun with it, so I think it's just one of those. Let me know what your opinions are down in the comment section below, but this could be an interesting concept indeed. Now, one that holds quite close to my heart is this comment right here that states, I miss the world boss every day because I work. This really sucks. Not my job. I love my job. But what sucks is I get home from work every day during the week and see that there is 5 or 6 hours left for the next world boss respawn. Sorry, but I have to be in bed to get up for work the next day and can't stay up. I don't know what the solution is, but it feels bad that I can only kill a boss on the weekend. Why do you so many things feel bad in this game? Now, I think for me, this is something which is really relatable. So YouTube isn't my main job. I do have a normal day job as well. We put a lot of work into the channel, don't get me twisted, but I do have a full-time day job also. I have never ever gone into a wild boss purely on the basis of when I have time to create content and when I have time to actually play the games. This is something which causes a lot of frustration, especially when there is a tier in your season journey that makes you have to kill each boss 5 times. How on earth are we going to do that if some of you guys are clocking times of the boss being up when you go to sleep and the boss being up when you are at work? This is something which is really frustrating. They really need to alter this, and they really need to have some more often bosses, or make it sort of like an event style thing that will ping up and the notifications need to be there, so on and so forth. But I'm really skeptical on this one. I think that this one is ridiculous because I do this for a part-time job and I can't even get into the world boss because of the timings that it pops in. Let me know what your opinions are down in the comment section below, but that is all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.